Okay, in this video I'm going to talk to you about how men and women think. Before I get into the topic, please like, subscribe, share. If you want to get a free copy of my book, which will help you find your soulmate, please visit the link below, beyond-dating.com, and yeah, get a free copy of this book. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about the difference between how men and women think. Men and women, they don't think the same. And I think a lot of people get messed up when they think that women think like men and men think like women. I think one of the biggest mistakes that a lot of women make is they expect men to be like hairy women, like they expect men to like think and act like a woman. And a woman should never ever expect that to be the case, because when men, one of the saddest things that you can see is when a man has never had any solid masculine upbringing, when he's not had any good masculine role models, and he's only had women to raise him. It's really challenging because he's not taught to overcome his feelings. And men primarily are thinking. Yes, men have feelings, but thought is their primary and logic is their primary. So it's really important that women remember that. The other thing too is that women need men to contain them and to help them stay in their feminine. If you think of the metaphors, men are the cup and women are the liquid. So it's really important to remember that. As a man, I think one of the most challenging things that you can experience is when you're in a relationship and your wife is having a real challenge. She's maybe even hysterical, and she's lashing out and going in a bunch of directions, and you have to learn to stand on your masculine square and peacefully coach her back into being respectful. Because a lot of times if a woman feels scared and unloved, she's going to lash out. She's going to say something disrespectful. And that's just kind of how women are. All women test. That's another super important thing to know. As a man, you don't necessarily have to, you don't need a woman in your life, but you want one. I suppose you would need a woman in your life if you want to, have children and start a family. You're going to need a woman for that. So that's the natural way of things for each of us, to replace ourselves in the world with our sons and daughters. The Bible recommends that we be fruitful and multiply, so I think that is a super precept, and it's more challenging today to do that because we do have kind of an inflationary pressure on our currency. Getting back to real money would be a great thing, but that's a huge topic in and of itself. But yeah, men and women, we don't think the same way, and neither should be expected to do that. If a man has done something or said something unloving to his wife needs to communicate that to him, because most good men, I would say the majority of marriage material men out there, they have no interest at all in hurting or upsetting their wife. If a woman can learn how to respect a man, stand behind a man, and to buoy up and cheer for her man, you're going to see wonderful and amazing things happen. That man is going to be out there in the world getting things done because he knows that his wife has his back, So the idea is that the man provides the provisioning, the protection, the sexual interactions, and the woman provides, nurturing, caring, soothing, and that just works in this perfect circle. If you think of the yin and yang, that's what we're going for. That's what we want to get. We want to get the perfect complement between the masculine and the feminine. So that's it for this video. Again, please visit beyond-dating.com. Get a free copy, electronic copy of my book. Please like, subscribe, share, and as always, delight in me, honest delight in you. Peace.